aid in the meeting of this night. I am going to say some things about our brothers, Kanambaka. I'm also going to say something about Bishop Okobo. I'm also say something about the former governor, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, Gburugburu, and a host of others too. And different perspectives. So you listen to me after I prayed. At the end, you can target whatever you want, but it has no topic rather than talking from the past and reminiscence. As it is, God has His mission for us all on earth. First of all, I will begin by a narration. I don't know how I journeyed into the seminary, but it was a paddle. It was like, you know, on the sea. There is one man whom I cannot forget to mention as a cornerstone. That man, I think, has gone to the bosom of God. His name Nsofo Gregory. When God called me to this work, it was not clear. I was sleeping like this when somebody tapped me by the shoulder. By then I have left the occult kingdom. I was praying and fasting like Saul in the office. I've joined charismatics by then. I was fasting and praying. When I was putting my head on the table sleeping, a hand tapped me by the shoulder and told me, "Why not enter the seminary? What are you doing here in this office?" I woke up to see emptiness. I was kind of worried. I looked left, looked right, saw nobody. The speech was clear, the voice was clear. From that moment, I never had a rest. The pressure was on me. I started querying, asking, how possible? After several investigations and roadmaps, they said it's possible. That is Saul entering the seminary. I said, okay, let me find out deeper whether God's hand is in this. I came home, I told my brothers, they said they have no money to shoulder it. After all, I am old in sin. Or really, I was sore as I'm talking to you. I was sore. That give me my book, Down the Shelf. That my occult book, up shelf. So, as it is, this is me, a former occult secretary and karate coach, now a priest. So this is what I was. I couldn't reconcile going to the seminary really too. This is me. Let me show you more. This is me when I was in primary what? When I was in primary 3, 1975. This is my little me. This in what? When I was in class 5, 1984. This is me when I was a clerk in the office of CKA Motors. This man had 45 trailers then. CKA Motors. Opposite Premier Brewery. So, and this is me. What is this? As Reggae Martin or Boogie Show. This Reggae Martin and Boogie Show. This is 1984. I used to open every hall of music. This is me. You can see. You can see how I fly across the sky like a sparrow. This is me at a 3 level. So I was really sorry. But as I moved, look at it. Here now, we produced the first karate film. Here, we produced the first karate film. Black belt as first black belt as to generate audio film, video film. And I had crossed up. By then, I have already been captured like a Saul on his way to Damascus. So, here, Paul dethrones cultism, resigns from active karate, and upholds the cross and the Bible above all things. Just like St. Paul said, I count all things as a rubbish in order to know Christ. A change from Saul to Paul begins. And finally ended in this ordination in the year. When I was in school, it was Obielu, who was my rector. So finally, I became a priest in the year 2000, August 12th, 2000. These are the groups of people I worked with in those days. So that's just, why did I recount this? I had to go to Polycarp Okonkwo, who was praying at along this was holding prayers on Ishadaya. He said, I need prayer to discern something. So he gave me 20 days prayer. But I started it. I say, God, I want to know if you really called me. If you called me, then you must show it. Because nobody will be training me. I have no father, no mother, no brother to take care. So if you really call me, you must prove it. Otherwise, how can I start? I don't have the money. So as I was praying, 5 days, I went to Waliwo on morning mass. 20 days prayer, but it was answered on the 50th day. How? I came out from morning mass. I was moving to Headbridge. A man drove up behind me and stopped. Hey, you small boy, where are you going to? I said, sir, towards Headbridge. He said, come on, I'm going to I normally forget some areas now in Onisha, but it's very close to Premier Brewery, that estate there. So I said, okay. He said, okay, enter motor. Before I could enter, I said, stop. What are you doing? I said, I am a clerk in one of the big shops who have trailers, CKM Motors. Say, you little boy, can't you go to seminary? What? Listen, if you want to go to seminary, I will train you to theology 1. I'm a tire dealer. I sell on new tires. I didn't ask the man anything. I don't know what theology meant. Train me to theology 1. Who is this man? Why seminary? Why didn't he say, let me give you a better job? Why didn't he say, where are you from? Why didn't he didn't ask anything? He just said, why don't you go? You are working. Why don't you go to seminary? Before I could answer, I will train you. Before I could answer, I will train you to theology 1. Before I could answer, I'm a dealer, tire dealer. Couldn't even allow me to talk. He rolled them and I was sitting chaired in front of the car. Till he got to where I was branching. I lighted. I was shocked to the marrow. I now know that God's hand is in this. So I'll stop so far. If you want to get details, look for this. I confess like St. Augustine. I am a sinner, but God knows it. That is why I put this in paper, so that people don't make mistakes as I did, so that to correct your life, because not many will pass through this road and come back alive. So glorify the Lord with me. Exalt the name of Jesus. Glorify the Lord with me. Exalt the name of Jesus. So that is just about that. So I am remembering late Insofo Gregory was a man of the Spirit. That's the starting point. For those I'm troubling now, I think he contributed. And those who are reaping, he contributed. I pray for God's rest in his soul in perfect peace. And pray for the entire family members, wherever they are. Now I've added 3/4 of my seminary days, he shouldered it. Even beyond the theology 1, he said. So that is why I want to point him. So that's one. Along the line, when I finally was about to be a priest, it was under the regime of Okobo, the bishop emeritus right now. This bishop, I see him as a saint, because one day he spoke in the midst of the priests. Behold this young man. Some of you opposed me from ordaining him. So I think he's contributing to the trouble I'm giving you today. So those who are reaping are reaping. So Bishop Okobo, when he said this, some people felt he was going to be pointing out their names in our audience. You see, the young man is doing well. You see, and some of you said I should not ordain him for one reason or the other. So, and he laughed, and we forgot that one. So this man is saintly. My prayer for him is that he should travel to a permanent home. Yes. He should travel to a permanent to rest. He had done a great job. This Okobo gave me an just advice that saved me from remembering the past. How? This Okobo of a bishop, one day I was at the cathedral after my ordination. Our cathedral was my home parish. I have never seen that happen. But it is, maybe it was due to the news that filtered into his ear that he kept me in his very before, in Koram, so that he could see things for himself other had been written. I remember Father Dr. Emeka Nwoke. That was the time he wrote something, after writing, we show you. He said, look, you are very scattered human being. If you are coordinated, you move the diocese. He wrote this thing. He told me that. Emeka Nwoke, now lecturer at UNN. So, Okobo then, one day, I was under a priest. And this priest was at Adani. I was moved from, so it was because I was at the cathedral that the bishop was able to see for himself that this young man, all they say about him, he doesn't do that. But he's just naturally acting as God directed. If people had reported to him about me, he would have slaughtered me, but he witnessed things themselves. Sometimes he will be in the office on Tuesdays. I will be in the office on the same Tuesday, and he will dismiss. When he dismissed, he would go home, eat, and sleep, and come out to the cathedral. As this saw me standing, crowded, and he will use his staff. He will quietly come and hit all the people on their head. People want to kill this young priest, so you don't know why I want to allow him to go and eat. They will run. I too will run. When he has reached the gate, they will all reassemble. By the time he's coming back, he will see all of us again gathered. And he will wave his head and pretend I didn't see the second assembly. So he saw that it's just natural. Sometimes Okonkwo would lock me inside the room. Go and rest. I say yes. When I saw that they had gone to sleep, I would open the window and signal somebody to put ladder for me. And I would climb down through the ladder and go for Okunerere. This was around 2001. And when he came to open the door, he saw nobody. What do I do to this young priest? Now, after I have finished, I was posted to Adani so that people will not near there. When I was posted, the bishop said, did anybody come? I said, my Lord, the same crowd is still filled here. This is around 2001. Yeah. They followed you to that place. So the priest I was sent to be under he was a purifier. He is meant to make you pass through crucible. Anybody under him, you know you are really for probation. So this priest one day reported me back to Okobo. And Okobo, I sat, the priest sat. He said, what's the problem? He told Okobo, you see this young man? He has no. He has no. I would give him an appointment and he will finish it and start doing so many other things. Okobo was waiting to hear another report. He didn't hear it. He said, is that all? He has no. Everything, yes, I'll do, yes. Okobo said, what is it? What is it a case? Is it a case that he has no? I think he has finished your own and carried on his own business. It will be a case if he left your own and started doing his own, that he starts with your own, finishes yours, and enters his. There is no case in this. He was angry. He said, okay, I've just reported to you. Then, at the end of my stay with him, what he used to do, he will just target after offertory. He will just pick it. I wouldn't even know. What happened there? You see, my life is something that people cannot explicate like that. I remained a curate for 7 years without touching the offertory as I did adoration. 7 good years, no touching of offertory. Any priest I was under, just carry it. I don't look at that. I'm after deliverance, I'm after prayers, I can stay for days, not returning home, except to do chores of the parish work. But when I finish it, I just move back to the field. I was very dark then because I stayed under the sun for 24 hours. 24 hours. Week to week, day to day, month to month, year to year. So that's just a little thing. What happened then? After my stay there, I was posted out to Umopu. I'm always posted from east to west, not near the east to west. So the bishop asked me, did anybody come? I say, too many. No, the number was greater. It's a seat. Igbo people, they are too large. Somebody asked him, why did you post Paul to Adan? He said, I hear that witches are too much in Adan. Let him go and fight them. When he was posted, I was posted to Enugu. So the same person asked him, again to Enugu. Yes. I hear Enugu people do a lot of charm. Let them fight with Father Paul. This is life. So any hard zone is the place I was. And actually, native doctors ran away from Enugu. And Adani, many witches died overnight because I came to the church and said, if you are a witch, leave this town. I give you 3 conditions. Leave this town. Or die, or repent. Die, repent, or vacate. And I give you 4 days. 3rd day, they were still operational. They say how? That we know. Down on the fourth day, I told the people around me, see what will happen. And early morning, 6 people died. And I told me, don't fly any bird, don't fly any cockroach, don't enter anything. They are not vehicles. They said, they all died, 6 of them. 2 human beings died. I didn't kill anybody. I killed animals and content of it. I didn't kill anybody. I killed animals I saw in the air and in the spiritual realm. So, after the second day, the girls marched straight into my room. Father, listen, they thought you were joking. So you meant that statement. And who are you? They said, they sent me to tell you that we are leaving. That don't disturb us again. Don't kill us. I say, who are you? You say, we are the witches. We thought you are joking like others, but you just meant your statement and we started dying. Okay, since you are serious, we have chosen to pack out. Yeah, okay. I said, where are you heading to? He said, to Omambala River. So, okay, quick. I said, okay. I said, what signs will show that you have left? Say, you will never see vultures in this town. Like a joke, the following morning, the whole vulture disappeared in Adan. Ask question. So that's just about the brave. So now, when I was leaving Adani, the fact I did the was one night I was by the side of the parish house removing some idols. He was hearing my voice up till 10 o'clock in the night. So by the time I returned, he has locked the gate. I knock. Then one servant came and opened the main gate. I drove in. Man, to open the father's upstairs so that I could go to my room. I knock. Oh, yeah. Do you know the voice I heard? Father, stop knocking. It is intentional. We were there singing, and you should return and eat. And you didn't come back. Okay, remain there. I locked the door, you remain outside. Like Joko, he never came down to open the door till daybreak. In the heat of anger, I said, I'm going to evoke my Solian nature. I went and dressed up. I ran back. I ran front. I ran back. I ran front. I moved towards the wall. That's the way you can jump. Bam, 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 bam. You hold the gather. So I've just done that. Bam, stop neck. Bam, the other one, bam. I held the gather. The boy said, stop it. I was held back by a stronger voice in the heart. I jumped down. I know God's hands there. People would have had 2 priests fought, not knowing the reason. So I went back. I said, okay. I opened my doors. If you see the kind of mosquito that bit me that day, it sucked almost all my blood. I opened the door, said, let the mosquito eat, chop as you want, since it is intentional. If he didn't talk that it is, I wouldn't have acted at all. I would have said maybe sleep carried him. But he said, from there, it is intentional. Stop knocking. So, do you know what happened? I opened myself, remove shirt, and suit, my suit. And mosquito chopped me well. Early in the morning, we went and co-celebrated morning mass from outside. He opened the door. I went and took brush. When I went to this and celebrated my. Then, when I was to leave the parish after 1 year or so, you know what it did? The band, the generator with which I used to conduct activity, which I want to carry and transfer so that I will continue adoration. He seized all of them. He seized the main generator, this medium one, packed it and locked it up. Say, go, you are transferred. I said, Father, this is my property now. It's not parish owned. Parish has its own. So you cannot take it. I see this thing again. How can I buy this machine? How can? If I have alternative, I will let go. But nowhere I can buy, no how I could buy it. It's very costly. This heat was generating, coming to the, I don't know who reported to the bishop. And he called me. Father Paul, what is happening? Says you transferred me to Enugu. I want to carry my instruments and the generator, big generator, and go and assist it. I don't want to mention that. But all in Sokadas is know whom I'm talking about. So he said, Father Paul, don't fight. Go. God will provide you another one through somebody. It would have been nice if he said, I will buy you another. Who is that somebody now? I'm going to mention somebody. So, I stayed though. I think it was that time. I said, okay, I think Mbaka is there and fortunately he called me that week. How are you doing? I like to transfer and I say yes, but this is my problem. Okobo told me this thing a week ago. Yeah. So you don't have Jen now? Mbaka was asking. I said, I don't have Jen, no. The priest I was under seized it and some instrument. He said, okay, can I see you in Enugu? And he went. He said, do you know Abatina? I said, yes. Across the bridge, I said, go there and pick generator. Please put your hand together. Mbaka is not remembering this thing because it's happened 2003, 2004. No, not up to 2004. Between 2002, 2003. I was shocked by the prophecy of Okobo happening. If I call him Prophet Okobo, he will not blame me. So, Mbaka came into the matter. I think he paid about 350,000. You know what it means now. I carried the new gen, Sam home, and adoration continued. This is what Mbaka did without remembering it now. And nobody ever knew it. And this is what he did to me far back. Without, if I didn't say it, nobody will know it. Even himself have forgotten it, I'm sure. But it's good that when somebody does something good, you remember. So this is how I'm calling in him back. I say I'm going to say something. Okay? So, that Jen, That gen is very remarkable in my life because it connects with adoration. Anything that connects to adoration gives me special joy. Had Okubo not halted me, I would have let loose. Because I was fully right and I had no option. Just like what is happening now. If you are good father, advise your child. Like if somebody wants you, I will deal with your child, I will deal with your child. What do they say? Hold on, let me call my child and advise him. My child, are you having problem with this? Why? Okay, don't fight. Give them that, or I will talk to them. So when somebody wants you about your child, do like Okubo. Give the person. It will help to douse a lot of things. I don't want to go deeper. If you are a father, you learn this Okuboic way, the Okuboism. So, of advice. Secondly, Baka did well there. It's good. He did that charity, inspired by the Spirit. He didn't know how that it was prophesied by Bishop Okubo. Father Paul, go, don't worry, somebody will provide for you. Just like as we were there yesterday, and somebody packaged clean, dingly water processing machine and sent it to adoration yesterday. Couldn't provide it. Just as we were there last Sunday, two Sundays, and Ebukobi packaged himself, all his crew, and came down. It is a costly movement, very costly. The security, the crew, all of them came down. Right. This is what he did. What about Buruburu? People might see what is happening now and might think that I'm quarreling with anybody else. No. He is a very good man. Look what he did. There was a time I was being tossed up and down. Hit below bed. And this man called Wuguru came to my rescue and gave me a place for general use, not for just private use, because adoration is encompassing the whole nation. And it has wings. It carries the wings. That's why adoration is. You see school, you see everything. There is nothing that is serving the public that is not inside adoration. So Buruburu gave me 5 good hectares. If you come behind now, you see that everywhere has been filled up with structures for various purposes. So, when somebody does good, you remember the goodness. I try by all means to do whatever I do. So, as I was talking about the goodness of people, you remember that if the person did something good, use his goodness to neutralize any bad thing he has done later. Don't forget the old thing. So whatever is happening now, I'm using what good to neutralize what has been there. I know Baka has been my friend. What I mean, Baka, that is Engineer Baka or another. I say Reverend Father LGK Baka. That's the person I'm talking about. Somebody might say it's Engineer Baka I'm talking about or this. I said Reverend Father LGK Baka bought generator, big generator, bigger than the one somebody snatched from me. Bigger one. I quickly rushed to Kuba and said, His Excellency, that your prophecy has worked out. He said, who is the person? He said, what is it? I said, you prophesied that I will buy a machine and somebody will provide for you. He laughed, I told you. So that man is too hard but very simple. No, you see, so that's what we are talking about. You see how they are all connected with me, my life. You see, this genealogy or this story is linked together to priesthood and to my person. Because without this adoration, we can't be operating in the air. Without this adoration ground, we cannot be operating in the air and all that. So I don't want to go to extremes, but I try to reflect the good in persons, what they did good, any goodness they have done. Don't forget it. So I'm thanking these people who has linked to stabilization. There was a time I was almost an outcast because of no location, tossed up and down. But this adoration made me stood still. I regained myself and focused on prayer. So whatever Buruburu does to me is not up to what he had does to me as sin negatively, cannot equal the good thing he had done for me in the positive angle. So I very, very, very appreciative for all these people. Listen, do you know there is somebody called Chinedunu in grace? He was the first person to give me mint. I never drove on mint, even till now. I've never driven a mint. I buy Pakara Tingo for the hand and for the hand I normally buy. You see, I have two Pakara Tingo. A priest was posted and it was said he has no vehicle. Then I went and took one of my tokumbos and gave to him. I remained one. When I gave it to him, because a priest can do nothing much without vehicle. Vehicle is not luxury, it's a necessity for priests. When I gave him that, I traveled to Germany. After 5 days, I received a call. Look, if you see how to do charity, do charity. Why? Somebody made me do that. A pastor flew all the way from Lagos and said that God ordered him to go and do tithe. You know, Catholics don't normally preach about tithe. But he came and did a tithe. How much was that? 250,000. This pastor did. Unfortunately, I wasn't even around. He dropped his phone number and he did this, that I should be praying for him. When I came back, they said, Pastor, this, all the way from Lagos. He dropped this thing as a tithe. I called him back. You are pastor. Do you know I'm a Catholic? He said, it doesn't matter. He followed the dictate of God. I said, may God bless you. Thank you for. He said, no, don't thank me. I have been asking God something, at least standard boss for evangelization. He told me, do you know, immediately after I had come to your ministry and sold the 250, on getting back, there was this Hummer bus parking in his ministry for him. So 250 opened the way for the arrival of the vehicle. I learned a lesson. Charity opens the way. The gift of man maketh way. No wonder some people build churches, build this, you think they are foolish. They are opening their ways and doing something that God quickly recognizes. So I say, I'm going to practice this thing this pastor did. So I carried one of my vehicles and gave to another priest and left for Germany for a crusade in Hamburg. Then, 5 days, I got a call. Father Paul, where are you? I said, because I roamed my number. I said, I'm not in the country. He said, but could you come to Queen's Secondary School tomorrow? That is a program going on and your name is listed. I said, sorry. He said, you outside the country? I said, yes. He said, listen, send somebody to stand in for you. I am Chinedonu, Ingress Group. So I called Fadobe and he went and represented me. And when I returned after 1 week or something from Germany, I went to him. And the boy said, go and ask Obe how far. When I got to Obe said, look at your envelope. I went and opened the envelope. I said, it is key that is inside this envelope. When one half people started writing letter with key, he said, look outside. I looked outside. That was a Hilux. Toyota Hilux. Parking cleanly. He said, that is your car. That's what they gave me to give you. I cogitated, linking things up. I saw what shocked me. I wanted to emulate this man, and it worked out immediately. The gift of man maketh well. So, what is it? That's the first car I ever drove. Mint. It's still with me. I don't want it to die quickly. The Hilux is still there. I normally change few things. Since then, I've never driven a Mint. Till today, anytime I'm going out, I carry enough spanner and fire extinguisher. Because I know somebody will say, Father, you are smoke. Oh. Then I'll come back. I'm even fire brigade and mechanic at the same time. So, but I remain happy somebody, always. So, that is just that. about Ingrid. God is in people. Could I say, have you seen the link? The link? What happened? Ibeto. I pray after prayers. Okobo told me to go and pray for him. Ibeto released 2 trailer loads of cement and a trailer load of rice. I sent them to cathedral. When somebody accused me that I stole his money, her money, a girl who is not completely upstairs, he went and reported directly to Kobo that I stole his money, her money. Then a lady. Then we were called. Kobo was very keen to know the matter. He called me, called some priests, and called the lady. Father Paul, how did you steal this girl's money? Said you stole her money. Say, well, my Lord, I don't know how it happened though. Maybe I stole in the dream. He said, tell us what happened. I say, yes. This lady came to me, he wanted to print her book. I directed her to printer. And they kept on their business. So what I learned was that the printer asked her to bring more money. When the printer asked her to bring more money, she was angry. And that's all. You know, somebody who's lost in bread. He went and reported that I stole her money. Okobo said, is that all? I said, ask printer now. I have no connection with them. I don't know where they stop. The only thing I did was I connected them. The guy wanted the printer to return the money. So he used this way to recoup the money. The printer said, bring more money so that you complete your work. Instead of bringing more money, she decided to make trouble and involved me since I was the one who connected her. Ukubu got angry. So now, I just took time to know whether this Paul I knew has changed. He told the girl, if Father Paul want to make 1 million every day, he will be able to make it. I was shocked that this man knows me to that extent. That I just took time to learn, to study the case, to know when he has changed. Because I know him. He used his ring, bam, for the girl's mouth. Blood flowed. And the other priest stood up and cut him. Said, will you get out of this place? I thought something is serious. So that's just knowledge of somebody. So I was talking now, Ibeto gave us that and we gave back. I know God has something. Somebody else who made a point in my life also is Professor Anyeke Christian. You see, he, Reverend Father Professor Anyeke Christian, that was the statement he made during Senate meeting. He said, listen, I operate with people who are serious. I walk, I know those who are serious. I don't look at your years. I look at your seriousness, assiduity, meticulosity, attention to what you're doing. You don't need to be 100 years before you're made a professor. It depends on hard work. That thing sank into my medulla oblongata. That particular word, I say, yeah, because I know that professors will carry white hair before it would have made me, I wouldn't have even struggled for anything. But that statement stuck in my, in short, in my innermost depth. I followed it, pursued it. I said, no, I had him talk. So your word can inspire somebody. His word inspired me to move on. And I pursued without break till I got to the apex of academia, the professorship. It was his statement that stung me into action. If he had said, well, no matter how you try, you must reach 30 years in the class before, I would have relaxed. No need of wasting my time. But that word alone stung me into action. I said, hey, wow, don't worry. That made me, I kept nights. I have a blown up sack of bags of sleep. So, and I believe in the principle that the man is made when the world is asleep. Because I know during the day I must be distracted, must. So, and I don't spare, I cannot see people suffering and I will not attend to them. There is no in my life. I attempt to return the camera. So that's about Guru, Father Mbaka, Bishop Okobo, and so that is one Francis arranges the homes. I know he has helped us to write so many things here by sending sinners almost every week. And right now he still warm up, for I know God blesses him. So when God is helping you, you also be strong. I also remember when my car went down, the Abuja people under the auspices of Chief Ezago, they rallied around and bought me Mercedes car 200 flat. That motto never died people. So I just remember them and thank them. There are so many good people around the world. We are appreciating all of you. We love you. The adoration members here love you. We are praying for you. Let us love one another. Let us forge ahead. You still can change somebody's life without knowing. So I thank everybody once more. I thank you. Keep on praying for me. I am praying for you. These are just few. There are avalanche of such good people in my life. But don't forget, whatever you do will be given back to you several times. Whatever you do will be given back to you. The measure you give is the measure that will press back and give it back to you. You see now, people are rushing to me and helping me and praying for me and doing all these things. God will not forget you in your own times of difficulty. So once again, that's what I say. It is a miracle God had been doing in my life. That's why they killed Jesus without doing anything. So don't expect to be loved by the whole world. Everyone Not even God. May God continue to reward you. May God open your ways. May God visit you. May God come to your rescue. Come to support you. Come to lift you up. Charity is God. Once again, may God bless you. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Tomorrow is our first Tuesday prayer. Don't miss out, 12 noon. God bless you richly. Thank you.